Oh boy, that was not the vet. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Send Steve. And before we kick this video off, you guys, one of you that spends a single dollar, that's right, only a single dollar on knivesdeal.com, you could win this awesome little Jeep go-kart. Now, we are going to take it out for a little spin later, but I'm going to get into the video. So if you want to actually see this thing run, it'll be a backside of the video. But every dollar you spend on knivesdeal.com is an entry to win this mini 125cc go-kart. It is freaking awesome. I've had a bunch of fun with it. The kids have loved it. They actually asked me to drive it every single day, and I mean, how can you go wrong for a dollar? Head on over to knivesdeal.com, use promo code SendSteve, all one word. Let's start the video. So today we're basically going to do a mod that is actually probably super important, and I've noticed some of the big dogs, as you do know, I do have to run in the big dog class when we do the mud bogs and everything like that. So some of the big dogs actually run a two-step, and then they leave off of even a trans brake and a two-step. So basically today I actually had a Lingenfelder two-step that we were going to put on the Corvette, but I'm kind of done with that car for right now. But we are going to get that car up and running and very, very soon. But we had a two-step laying around, and we're going to go ahead and install it today for the Bruce project, because I mean, who doesn't like to leave off a two-step? So as you do know, I do have the Lingenfelder Performance LNC-003 model, and it's actually a very simple one to install here. So basically what you're going to need is a trigger wire, and that's going to be your activation. We're going to put that obviously on the brake pedal, and you got a power wire, but that's actually a ground. That's actually the activation. And then you'll have a power wire, which is going to be constant 12 volts. Other than that, you take these plugs, plug them into the coils, and once you get all the other wires hooked up, you're ready to freaking let her eat on the two-step. So once I go ahead and get the coils all hooked up and everything like that, we are going to activate the two-step, and we are going to just let her eat. I am freaking pumped. Who would have thought that I'd put a two-step on the Bruce project? But that's where we're at, and that's where we're heading. So let me go ahead and get the hood popped and everything. I'll show you guys. It's very, very simple. It's literally a two-wire, and if you had nitrous, you could run a second stage off of this, but we're not going to need the second one. So let me go ahead, get the hood open, and we're going to get her installed. All right, so before we go ahead and kick it off, guys, I do want to say mainly the reason we're doing this is because if you watch some of these clips that I'm going to put up here, wheel speed is definitely very important when you're going into the mud pit. The more wheel speed you can get, and keep it at a constant steady wheel speed, the better off you're going to be. So I'm going to put up a little clips, and then we're going to go ahead and roll the footage from today, and I think you guys are going to like this mod for sure.
Now what kind of a fun life is that?
And now you can kind of see there, as the guys that were just kind of rolling into it and going, they didn't really make it that far. Now, granted, that is horsepower and, kind of tires and things like that also, but you can tell when you just kind of roll into the throttle going into the mud pit, it's just kind of a wash at that point. You don't really make it too far. I mean, I know a lot of trucks will make it, but I just want to better our odds and get the RPM up. So let's get the video started. Never did I ever imagine I'd have to climb on my tire to work on my Civic, but we love but we love him. All right, as you can tell there, it's very simple on this side. The hood is actually echoing, which is kind of bizarre, but I'll go ahead and reach over to the other side while we're here and just go ahead and unplug that one a while. So very simple. As you can tell, you just unplug right there and you're good to go. So let me go ahead and run the wire up to it. And one of the nice things is I got a pretty open firewall, so I can literally just sit in the seat And we'll go ahead and plug these in. As you can tell, oh, my hand's probably in the way. Go down to this angle. Well, you can't really see it there, but plug it in. I can't see. There you go. Click, and then to your top one, you'll go ahead and click this one in. It's kind of hard to do one-handed and record, but for you guys, anything's possible. Click. There you have the passenger side done. Now the driver's side is going to be a little harder to get to, so I'm going to do that from the outside, but we are going to go ahead and feed the wire up to it from here. Alrighty. All right, this side obviously super easy. It's kind of weird that this side echoes. It's kind of bizarre, but plug in, go to the other side, grab her, turn her around, grab it, flip it, and reverse it. I think that's what Missy Elliott says anyway. So then click, you are ready to rock, ready to roll under the hood. All right, let's go inside and get it wired. Alrighty, and like I was saying, you've got to have your ground wire on the other end of your activation switch. So we're gonna go ahead, and there's a perfect ground spot right here that we are going to just kind of splice into, tee into, and we'll be good to go up there. And then for the activation switch, we will end up mounting it somewhere down here on the brake pedal at a later date. It's just going to be here, or I mean, for this case, I could literally leave it in my hand. It's not like it's a big deal. It's not like it's a crazy big switch anywhere. I can literally leave it in my hand, and when I'm ready to let her eat, you just pow and you're good to go. So let me get the rest of it wired up here, and we'll plug and chug. All right, now the way I'm going to wire this is going to be straight to the fuse panel. Now, in your fuse panels, you will have other spots that are live. Like this one is an open fuse here. You can tell on one side it is nothing. Then on the other side, you can tell there is a ground there. And then let me see if I can roll the key forward here with you guys seeing. Roll the key. And it becomes a 12-volt reference. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that pin there. It is an open pin. Like I said, when you roll the key off, it end up, you know, just being a ground. So we are going to use that port. That is going to be the easiest port for the 12-volt reference. Let's get it plugged in. All right, well, we're going to use this style clamp because it should actually go right in between and cross. But it is very important on a day like today. I am super sweating. It is probably 97, 98 degrees out. So always stay hydrated, guys. I used to always take my health for granted. And as you do know, a year ago, I had a heart attack. So definitely don't take your health for granted. If you get a little tired or whatever, don't be ashamed. Go in the house, relax. But I want to keep plugging and chugging because I want to hear those two steps. So we go ahead and we'll plug it in here. That should work for us very nicely. And obviously we'll clean up the wires at a later date. You guys know how I roll. So we're basically ready. I mean, at this point, we have our ground, we have our activation, and I'm even sitting in the passenger seat. I should be able to activate the two-step from over here. Let me put this on my knee or somewhere, and we're gonna see if she works. All right, we're gonna go ahead and activate it, and then hit our throttle. Oh yes, we got our two-step, boys and girls. Now I do have it set at like 3,300, I think it is, or 3,400. Oh yes, it is time to play. The Bruce is coming together, guys, very nicely. Basically what it shows here too is I'll show you with the thing. As soon as it hits 3,300 here, there's no activation switch. And it'll rev to the moon. Alrighty guys, well, we're gonna go ahead and just tuck the Lingenfelder box right here. This is where I got, there's another fuse panel back there, I'm sure you can see it, and everything like that. So basically, I am gonna leave this wire loose here because this is gonna be the activation switch, and like I said, it's gonna be basically used by my hand, so it can lay anywhere. And I mean, let's be honest guys, I don't need this thing to be beautiful on the inside, I just need it to perform well in the mud. So there you have it guys. If you like the content, please, oh, almost fell out of a boy here. But if you like the content guys, please smash that like button, please subscribe. And I have a drive shaft video coming for you this week, and I hope you guys are freaking excited because we're getting closer and closer to full send with the Bruce project here. He is freaking coming together and coming together nicely. And yes, I am too short to reach under the hood without a tire. So there you have it guys. Again, if you like the content, please smash that like button, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next upload. Take care guys. Unbelievable.